Hello everyone, welcome to Amrita IS monthly current affairs series, and we'll be starting our science and tech session. You know, science and tech, a lot of stuff is there. So every month we have almost for the past many months we have two sessions. Similarly, we'll have two sessions for April month, and then we'll have two sessions from May month, and the sessions will be relatively longer in the view. Right? Let us start. So starting with the cytokine storm syndrome. So cytokine is made of two words. Cyto means cell, kine means kinetic energy, right? So basically cytokines are very small proteins that are released by the cell of our cell when we are infected, when our body gives a response to some infection. So for example, this is also a part of innate immunity. Okay, so for example, you are exposed to us, for example, coronavirus. Okay, then your body the cytokines will be small proteins that will be released by many of the cells so as to fight that infection, right? Now what is cytokine storm, we'll see. But this storm, that means the excess release of these cytokines is causing problem, we'll see. So that has led to increase in the mortality of the cases related to the coronavirus. Okay, that is called cytokine storms, how body's own immunity leads to COVID-19 deaths. So as we have seen, so you are exposed to an infection, your body produces an inflammation because of the proteins as a part of the response. But if they are not regulated, it causes cytokine storms. Okay, it is characterized by the overproduction of the immune cells. So immune cells are overproduced, right? And this immune cells expand beyond the infected parts and start affecting the healthy issue. So not only the infected parts are harmed, but also your other healthy issues are getting affected, and that is why the mortality increases. Not only this COVID-19, this has been seen with the other diseases. For example, H5N1, that is bird flu, swine flu, Spanish flu. Okay, so this is cytokine storm syndrome. Next is very famous hydroxychloroquine. So very famous tablets that were in the news. India manufactures around 70% of this medicine. This medicine is used for the malaria as well as arthritis treatment. Okay, it is called rheumatoid arthritis. I'm sorry, this pronunciation is tough. So basically, it is called arthritis, right? Gathia in Hindi it is called. Some pain in your joints. This is the disease along with the malaria, right? So it is not developed by the developed. It is this. If you know that from India exported this medicine to many nations, including the USA. A lot of political turmoil also happened when Mr. Trump says that if India does not send us this medication, then they will face the consequences, right? So obviously it is not developed by the developed nation. Why? Because there they don't need this medication because of the non-existence of the malaria in those developed nation, right? And that is why India supplied a lot of hydroxychloroquine. Trump in an interview said that I also do take this hydroxychloroquine, right? So earlier it was said that so the scientists said in the France that in a study that this medicine can be helpful to tackle the COVID-19, at least the symptoms part of it, so that the infection does not spread, right? So in the combination with azithromycin appears to reduce the virus. However, in the recent studies, it has been seen that this plus azithromycin increases the heart risk, finds the global study. So still the scientists are divided whether this medicine is good or not for treatment of the COVID-19. Okay, right. So you can see in India, this is being produced by the Bengal Chemical and Pharmaceutical Limited. It is the only PSU that is allowed to produce this, and it was earlier beforehand it was formed by Acharya Prafulla Chandra Rai in 1901. You can see before the Swadeshi time. So this is the India's characteristics, that India, obviously, as we've discussed, the 70% of the world's production is by the India. This hydrochloroxyquine, this quinine component, it comes from the cinchona tree. which is commonly found in South America, Central America, and islands of Caribbean and parts of the western coast of Africa. So that is the cinchona tree from which this quinine is been formed. Okay, and it is developed as a medicine to fight the malaria. So this much information you should know. Okay, so hydrochloroquine quinine being discussed. This is the plant, and this you can see earlier. The study in the France showed that hydrochloroquine alone or in the combination with azithromycin appears to reduce the risk of the virus. But this is not so, or at least we can say many of the scientists follow the design of these trial. So as you know that as we get to know more about COVID-19, still a lot of things to be researched. What are its impact? Which age group? Some studies say something, some studies say something. So a lot of research is going on. Coming back to the topic, first next is Chitra Gene Lamp N. So it's a diagnostic technique that will confirm COVID-19 test in 2 hours at low cost, developed by the Sri Chitra Trinal Tri Institute for the Medical Science and Technology in Trivandrum in Kerala under the DST. Not very important. If the question will be only Chitra Gene Lamp N. It is related to what? It is related to the diagnostic of the COVID-19. Okay. Next is that is that. Next is Sepsivac test. What is this Sepsivac test? So basically this Sepsivac, right? It is a drug against the sepsis. So now this sepsis drug will be used for, or will be tried, that whether this drug is effective for the COVID-19 or not. So this drug shows, this is the August news. 3 days before, August 23rd news is there, that sepsis drug shows promise in the fight against the COVID-19. Okay. So to treat the critical patients of the COVID-19, then question comes, what is sepsis? So that is the news, that sepsis vac has been used for COVID-19. What is sepsis? So sepsis is basically blood infection, blood poisoning. Okay. So it's a life-threatening syndrome usually caused by the bacterial infection. Infection happens in one part, then it spreads to the other part. So sepsis occurs when the chemical released in the bloodstream to fight an infection triggered the inflammation throughout the body. So this is that. So local infection caused by bacteria, it spreads into the blood, and that spreads into the other parts of the body and it damages it. This is called sepsis. It is called syndrome. Okay. It's a condition. Okay. Right. So it damages multiple organ system, as we have discussed. Scientists have shown similarity between the patient suffering from gram-negative sepsis and COVID-19. And that is why this drug has been suggested, and now it is, as we have discussed, that it is showing a positive responses as well. Next is portable ultraviolet sanitizer. From the name itself, portable ultraviolet sanitizer, developed by IIT Bombay. So it is made using the stainless steel kitchen containers and aluminum mesh. Okay. It can sterilize the wallet, purse, and other small items that are passed from hand to hand, so that the infection does not happen. So these innovations, these small frugal innovations are coming up. Okay. It can kill the germs and bacteria without you having to use the chemical that may be harmful for yourself and your family. We'll see that one of the chemical that is being used frequently, or you must have gone through it, the tunnels that are being made, sanitization tunnels that are being made, how those are not good for our health. Okay. So sanitizing currency notes, mobile phone made easy, and this is the thing. Then very importantly, A2A stain and A3 stain, A3I stain. So what is the question comes? The question will be very on the shallow level. You just need to know a lot of horizontal coverage you need to do. So what is the A2A stain? It is of stain of coronavirus. Okay. So scientists have found that novel coronavirus has gone through many mutations, and that is why mutations mean some changes in their structure, some changes in their behavior, some changes in their properties, because virus also adapts as it moves on. And that is why it is said it is very difficult to create an vaccine for coronavirus because of its mutation. Okay. So scientists have found that it has gone 10 mutations right from the time it has started in Wuhan. Out of the 10, one more specific is A2A, which is becoming very predominant. Okay. In India, we also find, you can see here, just one second here. This is the latest one. That is why I've kept it here. Around 45% cases belong to A2A. India is A2A, analyzed 45% of A2A. The next is A3I, that is 41%. So in India, majority are A2A and A3I strain of the coronavirus. Okay, so it soon will be published. A2A type seems to be predominant in New York, Italy, Australia, and all this. It is dominant type in India as well, as we have discussed. Then ACE2, very tough names first, I'll say. Angiotensin converting enzyme 2. So basically, it's an enzyme on the outer surface of the cells of lung, arteries, heart, kidney, and intestine. You can see like this, very good diagram. So these are the enzymes which are of this shape. When it is of this shape, you can see container shape, and on this container shape, this coronavirus binds. You can see this portion, right? Just one second. Yeah, you can see this part. So this is the site to which coronavirus binds, because we also discussed in, I think, March month or April month, the coronavirus has these spikes protein which bind to these ACE2 receptors on the human cell. Okay, so if the question come ACE2 in the news, what is ACE2? So these are only the binder sites. Okay, so these are the enzymes which are associated to the outer surface of the cells of these organs to which the coronavirus is binding. Okay, coronavirus, with respect to science and tech questions, if come, they will be very shallow level. Okay, next is GC and QDs. QDs means quantum dots. We have already discussed quantum dots in detail, so please refer that, because session is long, that is why I cannot refer to the past content. But quantum dots we have discussed in detail, right? So it has the quality of producing multiple lights of multiple wavelengths. So coming back to the topic, so scientists have found low-cost metal-free nanomaterial towards the disinfection of the garments. So for the disinfection of the garments, this technology will be used, that is GC and QDs. Okay, tested carbon nitride quantum dots for visible light driven antibacterial activity and found to be efficient apart from being biocompatible with the mammalian cells, like it, that is our cells. It can be an alternative to the silver and other metal based material, because, and more importantly, it will be low cost solutions to this disinfection. Okay, next is Dakin solution. In fact, this was the thing I was talking about. So the disinfection tunnels that are there, you must have seen these tunnels. Many of the shops have installed, many of the mandis have installed. So what they say, go through this and you will be disinfected. But now the scientists are saying, or the researchers are seeing, that the material that is being used, that is called Dakin solution. So this is the diluted solution of sodium hypochlorite and other stabilizing ingredients, which themselves are antiseptics, but exposure to them in such a quantity to the people, that can be harmful. Okay, so that can be harmful. You can see here. So disinfectant tunnel in which the sodium hypochlorite is sprayed to prevent the spread of the coronavirus may give a false sense of the security. You will feel that now you have gone through a tunnel and now you are fine, but it can cause a lot of harmful side effects. Okay, now coming back to this Dakin solution. This Dakin solution is a compound used for water purification, because it's an antiseptic and disinfectant, purification, bleaching, odor removal, water disinfectant, right? It releases chlorine, which is disinfectant, and big quantities of chlorine can be harmful. And this is that, because it releases a harmful quantity and a big quantity and exposure to our cells, isn't it? So this is Dakin solution. So if the question comes Dakin solution itself, so remember Dakin solution, just to reiterate, it's a diluted solution of the sodium hypochlorite. Okay, next is Black Death. Now you must have heard of the Black Death because of the coronavirus. All these old things came into news. So Black Death happened in the Europe and the Asian time in 14th century. In fact, at that time when the deaths have been caused, people thought that they have been cursed by the gods. You can see that was a dark ages. We have not entered into the period of Renaissance or Reformation. So when so much people, around 75 to 200 million people, 20 crore people have died, right? When the 20 crore people have died, so this much people have died, and it caused a lot of impact on the societies as well. A lot of structure. When I was reading an article with respect to the Ottoman history, and this Black Death has an enormous impact there as well. Now, coming back to this topic, so it was caused due to the plague in 1347. Up to 50% of the population in some places died. Coming back to the World Malaria Day, malaria we have discussed in detail, malaria, and why it is difficult. One question in UPSC has been asked, why it is very difficult to create a vaccine against malaria, right? This question can come for the coronavirus also this time. Why it is very difficult to create vaccines for it? Okay, so the theme for this month is this time zero malaria starts with me, because COVID is very prevalent, obviously. So they can ask question on the other diseases, and that is why the diseases that I have covered in the previous session, especially, please do cover it. Okay, so yes, it was established in this day, not very important. From 2007, we are celebrating this 60th session of the World Health Organization's Assembly. We have discussed the Assembly as well. Okay, so India also pledged to finish this malaria by 2030. In fact, I was reading one news also today that because we are using masks, it can be possible that we can eliminate the tuberculosis by 2025. India also have that vision, right? India jeetega, TB harega, something like that. But we are using mask to prevent this corona time, but that can also prevent the transmission of the tuberculosis. In fact, I feel wearing this mask can be really, really important. For example, prevention of the air pollution, right? Impact of the air pollution or health will reduce. So it's gonna create some positive changes as well. Next is classical swine fever. More importantly, remember the other name, that is hog cholera. Okay, so hog cholera. What is this? So it's the biggest pig's disease. That means it does not cause harm to the people. Remember that it does not cause harm to the cause harms to the people. Okay, it happens due to virus. It's a contagious viral disease of the domestic wild swines. Okay, so in India, in Assam, we can see 1,300 pigs are died of the swine fever. In malaria, also pigs. So this is in the northeast, especially. These pigs are dying because of this disease. This disease becomes important because it's an April month. Now, please remember, please do revise your current affair at least from, I'll say, January to July month. They will be very, 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 very important for our preparation. Then Chagas disease. Chagas disease, it is said to be a silent and silenced disease. Okay, it is silent disease. Why? Because it is progressed very, very slowly. Okay, it's a chronic kind of a phase. It is like that. Okay, so because it progressed slowly, and silence because it is mainly affects the poor people. It's a silent disease because its onset is very slow. Silenced because it happens mainly to the poor people who have very poor voice in the health decision. And when the poor people are not impacted by a disease, then it is said to be a neglected tropical disease, or it is also known as the orphan drugs which are made for it. So that is neglected tropical disease, because many of the research and I've already discussed it somewhere. I think we had discussed a policy over it. So neglected tropical disease are those diseases which are prevalent into the tropical areas, which may not affect the developed nation, where majority of the research on this R&D on these drugs happen. Okay, so it affects the low income population, the developing countries, also known as the American trypanosomiasis. So symptoms are fever, muscle pain, headache, difficulty in breathing, abdominal chest pain, enlarged lymph glands, and all this. Next is BCG vaccination. So BCG vaccination is against the TB, that is tuberculosis. Now the government ICMR is beginning the trial to use this BCG vaccine against if it is given to the people, then that can also be effective for the coronavirus treatment. So COVID-19 fight, ICMR is trying to use this BCG vaccination. It's a relatively different vaccination because it may boost the innate immunity system, first line of defense against the other infection. Okay, that is entering into the body, establishing the infection. Some details we will discuss. So BCG vaccine contains a live but an attenuated strains of the TB bacteria. We'll discuss when we'll discuss the immunity. We'll discuss immunity in detail after this session, after this point also only. So how the basically vaccine work? So one of the way to create vaccine is to put a weak and attenuated weak strain of the bacteria or the thing you want to protect yourself. So your body creates antibodies against this based upon memory. So when you have the antibodies, now when the real threat comes, your body can fight it out. Because this vaccine has created a response in our body, it had created some sort of defense in our body. So when we are exposed to the real virus, real bacteria, then that can tackle it. Okay, this is called an adaptive immune response because the body develops a defense against the specific disease causing organism. Yes, some of the details. So for example, in India, BCG vaccination happened in 1948. It is also part of the mission Indradhanush. Okay, it is part of the universalization immunization program, mission Indradhanush. It is quite effective. It was found to be effective against the SARS infection also. And it is effective in controlling blood sugar in the type 1 diabetes those people have, bladder cancer and all these things. One important observation that has been made, that why India is having the low mortality rate. Why is it so? Because many of the children are having the vaccination against the BCG, against the TB, sorry. They are went through this BCG vaccination. And when they have the vaccination in themselves, then it creates the impact, that it reduces the impact of the COVID-19 virus. Okay, so whether you are exposed to it, coronavirus, but you will not show a lot of symptoms. Why? Because your immune system is fighting to it. And that is why many sero surveys when come, you must have read in the newspaper, sero surveys come. They say around 29% of the Delhi's population is infected by the corona. They having an antibodies within their bodies. So it goes to show that they have been exposed to coronavirus, but they have not shown any symptoms. They have not faced any problems, a lot of people. Why? Because their immunity system is like that. And one of the reasons, or can be chalked out because of this vaccine that many of us already have in us. Now, I just want to discuss one topic in detail, that is immunity. So some points from NCERT I've kept here. So if any questions on immunity will come, I think mostly it can be solved from it. Very basic stuff from biology book from our NCERT. Okay, 12th class biology book. So what is immunity? Overall ability of our body to fight against the disease causing organisms. It is called immunity. Now immunity can be of different types. So we start with the innate and acquired immunity. Innate immunity versus the acquired immunity. Within the acquired immunity, we have active versus the passive immunity. We'll also see vaccination and immunization. For example, when you have seen BCG vaccination, then allergy is also a part of the immunity we'll see. Okay, so let us see one by one. First is the innate immunity. So these immunity you can call non-specific type of defense. These things can come. So for example, innate immunity, this is a specific type of defense. No, these are non-specific. They are applicable for everything which are present at the time of the birth. Okay, so let us see few types of immunities. So first one is physical barriers. For example, our skin. So our skin itself provides us immunity to many things. Mucus coating in our lungs and this esophagus. Then physiological barriers such as acid in our stomach. So many of the things which are not good for us, but if it comes to our stomach, our acid in our stomach fights it out. Saliva in our mouth, you must have read. Then white blood cells are there, cellular barriers. Then we have discussed cytokinin barrier, right? That is interferons. We'll discuss that. So cytokinin barrier, we have discussed that when we are infected to a disease, then what happens? It releases what is proteins, which is called interferons. So for example, this is an infected cell. When it is infected, it releases interferons. and these interferons go to the other cells, which protects the non-affected cells from this further infection. Okay, so from further infection it is been released. We have discussed cytokinin storm, but if it increases and the inflammation is not controlled, it causes increase in the mortality. Okay, because infection spreads. Next is acquired immunity. So acquired immunity is pathogen centric. It is characterized by memory. So first one was innate memory, that is present every time, but this is acquired immunity. Okay, so it acquires through it when the response is developed of low intensity. Okay, we'll see within the acquired immunity we have two types, that is passive and active immunity. What is active immunity? So for example, when a host is exposed to antigens, which may be in the form of the living dead microorganism, antibodies are produced in our body. For example, the Sero survey I discussed, we are infected to COVID-19. In our body, slowly antibodies develop. When antibodies are developed, then what happens? Slowly active immunity takes place. So it is slow. First of all, active immunity is slow. Slowly our immunity improves, then we fight that virus and we improve. And that is what is happening with the COVID-19 people. For example, many recoveries which are showing 70-80% of the recoveries, what is happening to them? I saw a post on social media. They said when there is no cure for COVID vaccine, how the people are recovering? They are recovering because of that. COVID-19 infected us. It overplayed our immune system. Our immune system cannot fight it. We started showing symptoms, but slowly antibodies started developing. We started to fight with COVID-19. We are given rest. We are given some sort of medication. If not medication, naturally we also can improve. Similarly, our body started to fight it out. When we fight with this virus out, we will show negative result on our test, and the corona is out. Okay. Then comes the passive immunity. Then what is passive immunity? Active immunity is slow. In the passive immunity, in this active immunity, antibodies are developed within our body. Passive immunity, you provide those antibodies. You provide those antibodies to the against this particular disease. So for example, very good example can be seen of this plasma therapy. Those who are giving blood, those who are improved from COVID-19. For example, you are from COVID-19. You suffered from COVID-19. Now your blood contains antibodies that fought with those virus. Now these antibodies are taken out of your blood, and these antibodies are given to already those who are COVID-19 patients. So those COVID-19 patients are provided with these antibodies directly. Now these COVID-19 patients can develop their own antibodies that will be called active immunity, but provided so that the process is quick, we are doing a passive immunity thing. I hope that is very easy to understand. So injecting microorganism deliberately during the immunization infection, getting access to the body through natural infection induce the active immunity that we've discussed. When ready-made antibodies are directly given to protect the body against the foreign agents, it is called passive immunity. Okay. Next, very important, that is during the breastfeeding. What happens? The mother transfers. Why breastfeeding is important? Because the mother transfers this yellow fluid, colostrum it is called, which is secreted by the mother during the initial days of lactation, has abundant antibodies to protect the infant. So the infant through that milk gets a lot of antibodies in his body, and this is also a part of the passive immunity, so that he can fight those infections out that are present in the environment. And that is why mother's milk is said to be very, very important. Okay, so let us see some more benefits for baby. Prevent diarrhea, ear infection, cuts the sudden risk of infant death syndrome, lowers the risk of obesity. For mothers also, reduces the risk of breast cancer, ovarian cancer, this depression, type 2 diabetes, stress and all. And that is why there are many initiatives are being there, Ma for example, right? So to improve the breastfeeding. Next is vaccination and immunization. So what is this? So basically immunization, vaccination works on the principle of memory. The same idea that we've discussed with the active antibodies. So you are not infected this time. You are infected with the artificially infection has been given to you. So prepared antigenic protein or pathogen in an active form are introduced in our body, so that our body develops an antibodies. So antibodies are produced in our body against these antigens, which would neutralize these pathogenic agent during an actual infection. And that is the whole concept of this um, vaccination. Okay, right. So if the person is infected with some deadly microbes to which the quickly immune system is required as in tetanus, we directly inject the performed antibodies or antitoxins. So they are saying basically the same thing that we've discussed. So that will be called passive immunization. So you are infected, for example, this COVID-19, this plasma therapy, you are infected, that you are provided directly to the prepared antibodies. Then allergy. So the allergy, so that is also in response of our immune system to certain antigens that are present in the environment. So we went into an environment, some of the antigens are in trying to enter our body. So we show immunity of our body, of human response to those things, that will be called allergy, those allergens. So allergy is due to the release of the chemical like histamines and serotonin. So the drugs we need in the times of allergy are antihistamines. I hope you know antihistamines. Many medicines are there. They also cause a lot of drowsiness, a lot of sleepiness. Now that we have discussed in detail all about the immunity, isn't it? Now quickly we'll finish the session. Next is 99 dots. So what is this? Dots, a program to treat the TB. So 99 dots is a Microsoft project which helps the TB patient to remain motivated, remain on discipline, remain on their schedule to take the medication. Okay. Next is anthurium. So what is anthurium? So anthurium is a domestic flowering plant known for the purifying the surrounding airs and remove the harmful airborne chemicals such as formaldehyde, ammonia, toluene, xylene, and allergens. So this National Innovation Foundation is facilitating the mass multiplication and large scale production of these anthurium. So the anthurium has the economic importance because of its eye catching and beautiful process of flowering, right? NASA has also placed it for air purifying plants. So this plant basically has some ecological benefits as well, and that is why culturing is being done. What about this National Innovation Foundation? That's an autonomous body. It takes care of the under the Department of Science and Tech, and it takes care of the grassroots technological innovations present in the our PIB as well. That is why we have discussed it. Next is Madhuban Gajar. You can see Gajar means carrot. It becomes tough for especially the students from South India sometimes, because it's very from the name itself you can decipher they're talking about the carrot. Okay, so it's a biofortified carrot. Okay, so the carrot has been biofortified with higher beta carotene content and iron content. It is developed by Mr. Vallabhbhai Vasambhai Marwania, a farmer from the Gujarat who has also received the Padma Shri. So he can be a very good example for you when you write about your mains. There is a topic that is the achievement of the science, many of the indigenous achievements. You can talk about him. When you talk about the farming, you talk about the use of technology in the farming, right? Informing the farmers, the role models within the farmers. So we can give the example of the this farmer, right? Next, the last topic, that is mobile virology lab. From the name itself, mobile virology lab, that means it can carry out the COVID-19 diagnosis from various therapy and on the mobile as well, on the run. So developed by DRDO together with the hospital in Hyderabad and a private industry. Not very important, I'll say. Okay, so we are done with our session, a relatively long session, as I already told you in the start also. So let us quickly discuss what we have done. Then we'll finish the session. Started with the cytokinin storm syndrome. We have discussed the cytokinin is a kind of a small protein that is released in our body when some infection comes. If it is not controlled, in the inflammation is not controlled, it causes infection to the other part of the body and then increases the risk. If we discuss that is a part of the innate immunity. Then we discuss hydroxychloroquine, how again the process of hydroxychloroquine is debatable. However, in our prelims, the question can come: it is for used for what? So it's an anti-malaria and malaria treatment and arthritis treatment. Then Chitrajan lamp, that is for COVID-19. Then it is also very important, that is Sepsivac test. So they can ask you about sepsis also. Portable ultraviolet sanitizer, very not very important. This thing A2A strain and A3I strain, that is related to the coronavirus. Then ACE2, the binding site, the enzymes that are there. Then GCNQDs, that is carbon nitrate quantum dots. The quantum dots we have already discussed. So these will be used for the disinfection of the garments. Low cost solution which does not involve any metal. Then we have discussed the Deccan solution. These tunnels that are called, whether they are safe or not. Then Black Death. Then World Malaria Day we have discussed. Then we have discussed hawk cholera, the classical swine fever. Okay, so that does not spread to the human beings. Then Chagas disease, we have discussed silence and the silence disease. Then BCG vaccination, we have seen what are the importance of this BCG vaccination, what is unique to this BCG vaccination. Okay, because it also creates the first line of immunity, that is innate immunity within us. Very interesting. Then we had a discussion on the immunities. So innate immunity we discussed. Within that, just we reiterated cytokinin barriers. Then we discussed within the innate and acquired immunity. Then we discussed active versus the passive immunity. Then we discussed vaccination and immunization. Then we discussed 99 dots, that is low cost approach to improve the TB medication. Then Anthurium, okay, that is from National Innovation Foundation. Then Madhuban Gajar, both biofortified carrots that are there. Then mobile virology lab for the COVID-19 test. So we'll discuss, we have finished the April 1 science and tech session. Science and tech is very important and very tricky as well, because a lot of very discrete facts are there, but this is how we have to tackle it. Okay, so see you in the next class everyone. Bye bye for now. Thank you.